Hey, Bernie Borges here from Vengreso. Hey, what's the difference between content marketing and content for sales? First, let me be clear. I am a longtime advocate of content marketing. In fact, I teach content marketing in a digital marketing certificate program at the University of South Florida. I am a content marketer. I'm also a strong advocate and a practitioner of content for sales. So what's the difference between content marketing and content for sales? Well, just like chocolate and vanilla ice cream are different flavors, hey, they're both ice cream. Similarly, content marketing and content for sales are both the practice of using content to draw closer to the buyer. Content marketing is generally associated with brand awareness and top of the funnel lead generation. Now, gated content, such as white papers and webinars, hey, they're terrific ways to methodically generate awareness and capture names for your email list. But these are top of the funnel leads. By definition, top of the funnel leads are not sales ready leads. Content for sales is different. So for example, case studies that are segmented by industry or analysis papers that debunk perceptions about your product or your industry, blog posts that explain the total cost of ownership of your product. These are just a few examples of content for sales because sales reps can use them to start or continue sales conversations. Now, to be fair, I have heard some people criticize this method saying, hey, it's just semantics because all content is intended to support the sales team. To that, I suggest the following litmus test. Make your content library easily available to the sales team. Make sure that it's organized by buyer persona and by customer journey phase. Then over a 6-month period of time, measure which content assets are most used by the sales team. Now be sure to have clickable calls to actions in all the content so that you can measure contribution to pipeline for each content asset. After 6 months, I want you to measure which content assets contributed most to your sales pipeline. I also want you to observe close rates. You might be able to correlate content assets that were used by the sales team to help them close deals. For example, if 75% of closed deals consumed one or more specific content assets on their journey, you might be able to conclude some cause and effect. Now, admittedly, it's going to take more than a casual exercise to determine cause and effect. But hey, you get the idea. The possibility exists that you can produce content that correlates to closed business. And that's content for sales. Now, I also want you to pay close attention to anecdotal feedback from the sales team about the content that they use and the content that they say they need to support their sales efforts. I'm sure you've noticed that behind me is an image of a glass building. And the reason for this image is because no one buys from glass buildings. People in B2B buy from people, not from glass buildings. The buyer is most influenced by 2 factors. Number 1, what their peers recommend, what other people like them recommend, and the other is content that helps inform them about a topic that's important and relevant to them. In the content for sales approach, we intentionally produce content that the sales team can use with ease to either generate a warm referral by a peer or to get noticed by the buyer because it's relevant and valuable. Ultimately, content for sales is measured by the impact on starting more sales conversations and contribution to sales pipeline. So hey, long live content marketing, and may your content for sales strategy fill your pipeline. For more on this topic, content for sales, I've dedicated an entire podcast episode on my Social Business Engine podcast with Mario Martinez Jr. We cover actual results that we're experiencing with a content for sales strategy. It's linked up here. I invite you to check it out. Hey, this is Bernie Borges from Vengreso.